What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with another quick video. We're going to talk about the New York Knicks as they make another move. The Timberwolves trade Amari Spellman, Jacob Evans, and a second-round pick to the New York Knicks for Ed Davis. Also, they signed Austin Rivers to a 3-year, $10 million deal. And they also get Theo Pinson in a two-way contract, which is good because Theo Pinson has some upside, and you can waive him if it doesn't work out or you want to try somebody else out. He's a solid player. I don't know if he's a rotational player, but he does have the upside to be at least an eighth or a ninth man, depending on how they develop them. Austin Rivers, this is a steal. You're not really paying him anything because $10 million isn't really a lot of money considering that is over 3 years. Austin Rivers has been a spark, a guy that can shoot the basketball, handle the ball, get to the basket, okay playmaker, but respectable at that. And they need some offense. They need somebody that can score. They need somebody that can break down the defense. They need somebody that can just do something because they just lack a lot. And they got a guy that can actually create a shot for himself and others. But not only that, a guy that isn't afraid. This guy attacks and goes at everybody. This guy can put anybody in a body bag and carry them to the sea and throw them in the water. So I like the pickup of Austin Rivers. And 3 years isn't that bad because he's on a tradable contract. It's not that bad because he's on a waivable contract. And it's not that bad because a lot of people will take him. So if it doesn't work, you can still get rid of this contract. You can use him as salary filler because a lot of teams will take him under this contract. And he's a respectable guy. He is an NBA player. He might not have been what we thought that he could be. He's not a star. He's not an all-star, but he is a guy that can get you double-digit points every single game, and that's something that the Knicks lack is great perimeter players, and Austin Rivers give you that. Now, the Amari Spellman trade, I'll talk about that quickly. I don't really look at this as anything because I don't really see them keeping Amari Spellman or Jacob Evans. I think that was just salary filler to be able to get Ed Davis to go to the Timberwolves. Ed Davis is a rotational player, so I understand that you don't mind giving up a bunch of players that you don't want and you're not going to keep anyway, and you get a guy in Ed Davis that you're giving up a second-round pick to get a guy that can be your, backup power forward, your backup center, depending on what lineups out there, and he can be an eighth or a ninth or a 10th guy that actually is an NBA player. So I didn't like the fact that the Knicks gave up 2 second rounds for him, but now that they got one back and still got some prospects that I don't think they're going to keep either. But, we'll see. This second round pick is better than the ones that they gave up. So maybe, that'll help even out, and it makes a lot more sense now, but I still probably wouldn't got Ed Davis in the first place, even if you flip him for 3 potential assets. So I still think they should have just kept their 2 second rounders, even though they ended up getting one back. So I'm not really high on Amari Spellman. He's a guy that is far away from being an actual dependable player. And I'm not high also on Jacob Evans. I think he's a guy that's probably going to be out of the league in 2 to 3 years. And I don't really think the Knicks look at them as people they want to keep either. But we'll see what they do with that. Other than that, Ed Davis is a solid rebounder. He's a guy with somewhat of a finishing game, and he is a mobile, guy, still young. People look at Ed Davis, they think he's old. They look at Ed Davis because he's been around for a while, but he actually is still a quality NBA player. He's kind of being phased out because he's not a great shooter from mid-range or 3, and he's also not a great rim protector. And if he doesn't figure those things out, he might not have a long-lasting career either, but he still is a respectable player, and he still is an NBA player. So I don't really think that the Wolves are going to use him that much. I think he's going to be a 15-minute guy, 20 at the max if an injury or somebody gets in foul trouble. He can be a solid player that can contribute. But other than that, not really high on Ed Davis. Don't really feel like they gave up too much for him. And I also don't think the Knicks should have got him in the first place if they were just going to get this in the return for him. But other than that, I like the Austin Rivers pickup. I think he gives them something that they need, and that's probably the best move that they made today, outside of getting Nerlens Noel, which I'm not really high on him either. I'd probably rather have Austin Rivers than Nerlens Noel, but you get both. So at least you got rotational players that actually make sense and can actually give you something that you've been missing. So other than that, I ain't really got no problems with these. And Theo Pinson, you're not really committing too much money to him, not really committing too much commitment to him because he's on a two-way, and he actually has upside to be probably a rotational player in about 2 to 3 years. But we'll see if he even lasts that long on this team because he's been, bounced around a lot too. Other than that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that continues to check it out. You can also buy merchandise just like this and shirts on my Facebook page. Message me. You can change the color of the logo, pick the logo you want, customize the shirt and the hat the way you want to. Message me. I can get it made for you and get it shipped out to you with tracking. Not only that, if you're new to the channel, I upload videos every single day. So if you like basketball, you can't get enough of it. I offer breakdowns of players, legends, and rookies, and also summer league coverage and summer league breakdowns, free agency, trade deadline, season previews, top 10 lists, and everything of that nature. And I have over 2,000 videos if you want to check those out before you subscribe. Also, comment. I read every single comment. I like hearing what you guys think. Even though I might not respond, it seems like I still do see what you guys post, and I do appreciate that. Another way you can help the channel grow, if you don't want to buy any merchandise, is liking. Liking and sharing allows this video to be reached and saw by more people. The more people see it, the more people it reach, the more the channel can grow, and that's good for me. Other than that, I'll be back to y'all with more news. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content.